Welcome to practice. Today we are going to be working on our neck and our shoulders. So go ahead and grab the one prop that you will need for today, which is a scarf. Extra points. If it's cute, go ahead and grab some sort of strap. If you have a yoga strap or a belt or a hand towel from your kitchen. These are lovely things to use that you can wash after putting your foot in them, right? So welcome to practice. Go ahead and grab your tool. And don't mind the joyous sounds of my neighbor. What a time to be alive during this quarantine. You know, I'm always telling you to embrace the sounds that surround you. So whenever I choose to film a yoga video, my neighbor has an outrageous dance party in their yard with their kid on a trampoline. And here's the deal. I am not going to complain about happy noises. These are people that are choosing to step outside, get their energy out, listen to fun music, and little do they know that they're in the background of all of my videos. Maybe it's just for, on my end I can hear them, but if you see me reacting to any of the wild screams that are coming from the wildlings next door, may you continue to embrace what surrounds you and see that these are examples of living, breathing yoga. How are you going to handle what comes your way today? So let's get started. We're going to start class today standing. So I will see you in mountain pose. Go ahead and look down at your feet. Let's wiggle the toes, suction cup your feet to the floor. A few shrugs of the shoulders as you check in if you're tight in your neck today. I sure am, and I know it's because of how I was sitting when I was working yesterday. So we're definitely going to focus on our neck more so than ever because we're spending so much time on our tech devices. Go ahead and flare the hands open, lean back in your stance. Tadasana. Full breath in, open mouth, exhale. Again, we breathe in, lean back, float on your feet, and open mouth, exhale. Just a little bend in your knees, give them a little bounce, and unclench your quads, tops of your thighs. Press the hips forward, roll the hands up to the sky, extended mountain pose. You'll keep the arms overhead and we'll align our breath to movement with the chin. As you inhale, lift the chin up to the sky. Exhale, chin down. Breath in, look up. Exhale, chin down. Last one. Head will come to neutral. And where can you soften in this pose? Unclench your fists and your arms and your armpits. Let's release the hands down by the sides. Tadasana. We set our intention for practice today. Let's go ahead and wish our yogi neighbors well. Everyone in our community, those that surround us, near and far, my neighbors to the left and the right. We wish our yogi community well, this world well. And you'll send a love beam to whoever needs it most. That came to mind. So grateful to stay connected. There are so many ways to do so. First, we connect with ourselves so that we can better connect with the rest of this world. What a great time to do so. Go ahead and open the eyes, sweep the arms overhead, extended mountain pose. A gentle back bend as you exhale, chin up. Back to extended mountain, breath is in. Let's take our first forward fold, Uttanasana. Head down. recliner stance or grab onto a chair or a table, because I know that you've got some furniture around you. Otherwise, let's let the head go, hang out. You're still in your forward fold. Let's go ahead and shake the head no. So look into the left, to the right. If that feels okay with your neck, you'll gently look both ways. We are ready to release what no longer serves us. Shake the head no. See you later. And then we'll bob the head, chin in towards the chest as you commit, yes, to a pain-free rest of your practice. A compassionate heart. Hands will come onto the shins, halfway lift. Ardha Uttanasana. As you exhale, forward fold. Arms sweep overhead, extended mountain pose. Heel back bend as you exhale. Back to center, mountains, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Exhale to round. We'll curl and head into a seat on the floor. Yogi's choice, how you take your seat. I will be in Sukhasana today. If any of you have blocks, I like using the lower height block underneath me if I'm in Sukhasana. I've got a few of these. Thank you, Sabrina, if you're watching. These are your blocks, and I love having them. So thank you for honoring a recycling practice and not buying new things, but recirculating what you have. Next, you're going to need your scarf of choice. I'd like to mention that this is your range of motion, and I'm a long-limbed lady. I've got wide arms and I've got tight shoulders. So you're not comparing your practice to mine, but just using mine as reference. And you need to check in with what feels okay here. Hands are gonna come out in front of you. We're gonna start about shoulders width distance apart. As you breathe in, reach the arms overhead. No need to pull on the scarf just yet. As you exhale, drop the hands down. Breath in, arms sweep overhead. Just listen to what's going on. And exhale to lower the hands down. Are you dumping all your weight into your knees? If you are, you need to lean back just a bit more. Let's take a round, arms overhead. And exhale, hands down. From here, you'll take a little bind with your scarf just so that you have some accountability. Hands will come out in front of you. Grip of life, gentle grip. Arms will sweep overhead. And then we will arch ourselves to one side as you exhale. Side stretch from your hip to your armpit, and then your chin will start to look up. Take an inhale. Look down at the right knee as you exhale. Breath in to look up. Exhales to look down. Let's come back to center. We must drop the hands in between. Breath out, hands let go. Breath in, hands reach up. Hello, scarf. As you exhale, let's arch to the other side. You must stay even on your sits bones. Option to look up. Any bend in your elbows is just fine. We come back to center. Once you have enjoyed a few turns of the neck, I'll see you with the hands down towards the floor. Give the shoulders a shrug. We'll switch out the legs. If you need to take a forward fold or any wiggles in between, don't be shy. I might take a fold here. Try it out. Can you hear this? We're going to take a wider range. How to see what your range should be? I would do about knees width here, so go ahead and hold on to your scarf and then open it up a bit wider. And I like using a bind. It holds me a bit more accountable, and it's a bit more challenging on my wrist to just hold on to the scarf. So if your wrists are starting to feel a little sore, you have the rest of your day that you need to use your wrists, right? So be gentle, find something that works. Arms will sweep overhead. That's on our breath in. And as you exhale, you'll lower the hands down. So we'll take a few of these here just to see what's going on. You're relaxing your shoulders away from your ears. You don't have a dip in your low back. If you're practicing with a friend, go ahead and take a look over at them. See if they're sticking their booty out. See if you can lean back a little bit more. We'll meet with the arms overhead, nice wide V, chin up towards the sky, breathe in. Chin down to the floor, breath out. Chin up, breath in. Chin down, exhale. Eyes back to center. Go ahead and take a side stretch. Both hands will drop to one side. A little bit wider range, but a similar feeling. We've been here before. Back to center. That's on the breath in. Exhales to switch sides. 3, 2, and 1. Back to center we go. As you exhale, drop the hands halfway. Breath in, arms sweep overhead. Exhale, hands drop halfway. Last one, breath in, hands up. Exhale, hands down. I'll need a wider stance here. As you hold on to your scarf, you're going to try and drop your scarf onto your backside. What does that look like? Take a nice wide stance. You're pulling onto your scarf nice and slow. I encourage trying it out really slow for the first few rounds. Let's say you need more of a challenge. Take a narrower stance. After a few rounds, you might be able to take a narrower stance. If not, just keep sliding until you're able to feel that strap tap behind you. You're going to take a few of these, giving yourself permission to take a break at any time. You're going to find a sweet spot, and we're going to hold there. Everyone's got a different range where they're going to find that sensation. I want you to find what feels the best. Hold, breathe into it. 3, 2, 1. Release by bringing your hands up and over and down to the floor. If you have really tight shoulders, I encourage taking motions like this a little bit each day instead of an entire hour of shoulder openers once a week. I find that for chronic daily pain management, it's best for me to take 5 or 10 minutes out of my day. I have a scarf that sits like a decoration on my desk space, or I drape it over the back of my chair so that if I'm in the middle of working and I just go, I need 5 seconds of yoga, there you go. So use something that brings you joy. Yes, you can use that cute scarf that you never wear. What a perfect time to use it for your sacred meditation. Let's go ahead and take mermaid pose. You're going to bring both of your feet over to one side of the mat and stay on a seat on one cheek. And be sure the ankles feel all right. Check in with the back of your neck. tuck of the chin. We'll sweep the arms overhead. That's on the inhale. As you breathe out, we take our side stretch. You're welcome to drop your hand down to the same side as your feet, and then we move the neck. Inhale, chin up to the elbow. Exhale, chin down to the floor. Breath in, look up. Exhale, chin down. Enjoy 3 more at your pace. Let's release the pose. So hands will come up towards the sky and then bring them through to heart center, samastitihi. We enjoy the moments in between. As you get ready to switch, legs can start out in front of you. If any of you need a little pedal, need a little wiggle, I'll see you on the other side. Feet will drop over to the right. You're working towards sitting up tall first. See how I have my knee staggered? That's always welcome. You're working towards bringing your legs pretty close together. Try it out. See what works. Mimic the same depth you took on the other side. Inhale, arm sweep overhead. Exhale, hand down to the floor. You have already done so much work to get to this point. You must add in the breath to start unlocking all of those tight spots in your side. Exhale, chin down to the floor. Breath in, chin up to the sky. Exhale, chin down to the floor. 3 more. And out of the pose we go. Arms will sweep overhead. That's on the inhale. Hands through to heart center. Samastitihi. Feet will come out in front of you. Let's take a forward fold. Once the legs are out nice and long, flex your toes towards you. Paschimottanasana. As you exhale, we'll take our gentle fold. What you can also do, use your scarf. If you are taking this bind, bring your elbows into the sides, not often wonky, reel them in. Think chaturanga arms. As you exhale, head down. Two more rounds of breath here. Enjoy the sensations of your fold just a bit deeper. As you exhale, relax the shoulders. To come out, breath in, to sit up tall, to release your strap for now. I'd like to take a sun salutation. So you're going to hop into a high plank pose. We'll enjoy a sun sal, and I'll meet you standing. High plank. Take a breath in, hips up high towards the sky. As you exhale, low plank. Take your chaturanga, upward facing dog, that's our breath in. And downward facing dog, tuck the toes, breathe out. We'll step or hop to the top of the mat, you'll find your fold. Rise up to standing, that's on the breath in. Take a back bend as you exhale. Back to center, extended mountain. Fold forward, Uttanasana. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Fold forward. Exhale. Arms sweep overhead. Extended mountain. Back bend. Exhale. Urdhva Hastasana. Breathe in. Uttanasana. Exhale. Ardha Uttanasana. Breath in. Uttanasana. Exhale. Ardha. Who cares? Hastasana. Hands to heart center. Samasthiti. Go ahead and grab your strap. Let's take a few balancing poses. If you need to use a chair or a prop, let me show you a good example. Take your chair that you can rely on, chair that doesn't have wheels, and bring it in front of you. And we'll start on our left foot. Take your scarf, slip it underneath the right, and we will be coming into baby dancer. So with the use of your strap, you'll be able to hold on to that ankle. If you don't need the strap, you'll hold on to the ankle and drop the knee down to the floor, left hand nice and high. You'll take a breath in and an open mouth, exhale. A few rounds of breath here. If you need something to hold on to, the back of your chair, a wall, a homie, right? Let's take dancers. You'll start to lower yourself on down, little bend in your elbow, and you'll kick your leg back. This is your depth. If you need a little bit more support, here I am, holding on to the chair. Start to drop your right hip down. Little bend in the knee. Begin to kick the right leg back as long as the knee feels okay. Let's come back up to standing. We're still in dancer's pose, Natarajasana. And breath out, release the foot down to the floor. I do very much care about the Sanskrit, but you gotta go easy on yourself when you're trying to talk in a different language, right? Natarajasana, Lord, King of the Dancer's pose. You'll hold on to your right ankle this time as we switch sides. Press the hips forward, roll the chest open, right hand nice and high. Baby dancers, use your scarf if you need it. That's why it's here today. Now we're ready to go. As much as you're lowering down, you're also kicking your left leg back. So your left hand is not doing all the work. Go ahead and roll the chin up towards the sky. Open your throat, see how that feels. Then try tuck of the chin, back of the neck nice and long. See what feels best for you. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Try baby dancer, hold here. And foot down to the mat, hand down to the mat. Roll out the wrists. Ditch your scarf if you have it. Create a basket with your hands. Turn them inside out. Reach the arms overhead. Take some free form movement. We meet at the center of the mat. Arms will sweep overhead. Take a breath in. Back bend as you exhale. Back to center. Breath is in. We fold forward on the exhale. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Fold forward. Exhale. Rise to standing. Breathe in. Back bend. Exhale. Back to center. We rise. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Bend at the knees. Let's take a seat. Down onto the floor we go. Let's get these props out of the way. We're going to head down onto our spine. You will need your scarf with you, and you're going to have a bend in your knees. So keep the soles of your feet on the floor. Gently roll yourself on down to the mat. Ponytails out of the way. You'll take your scarf, open up this nice wide stance. Arms will sweep overhead. Try to tap the floor as you breathe in. And as you exhale, hands down to the hips. Your low back is pressed into the floor. So press into your feet. Little tuck of the chin. Arms sweep overhead. Breathe in. Hands down to the floor. Breathe out. 3 more. Let's meet with the arms overhead. From here, you'll extend your legs out long and walk your feet over to the left corner of your mat. You're going to cross your right leg on top of your left. Then you're going to take your arch and slowly make your way over to the left corner of the mat. If the scarf isn't adding to your sensation, you're welcome to take a different variation or hold on to the wrist. We take our crescent pose on the floor. First the torso back to center, then uncross the legs. Take a full body stretch. Long bamboo shoots, breathe in. Knees round in towards the chest, forehead in towards the knees, breathe out. Burst open, arms sweep overhead, legs nice and long. Open mouth. From here, your left leg will cross on top of your right, and your hands will crawl over to the right corner of your mat. You guessed it, it's our side crescent pose. Pose, torso back to center, uncross the legs, bring your knees in towards the chest. Little sway side to side, check in with your low back. We'll be taking Apanasana for 5 rounds of breath. This is our tight squeeze, forehead in towards the knees. If you need to use your scarf, you can go ahead and bring it onto the shins and then lift your head off the mat and pull. This is a great way to take the pose. If you're able to take the full bind, go ahead and wrap your forearms around the shins, forehead in towards the knees, Last round of breath. Release, head down to the mat, and soles of the feet will come down to the mat too. Take your right hand, reach it up towards the sky, and keep your shoulder on the floor. As you exhale, hand will drape over the left side body. If you need a bit more sensation or you haven't really found any sensation, go ahead and hinge the hand. Try tapping near the floor until you feel something on your bicep. Back of the shoulder. You'll fly the arm open to release the pose. Arm nice and wide like a T. Let it set on the floor. Enjoy the sensations of the pose. Left hand nice and high. Take a breath in, little tuck of the chin. As you exhale, hand drapes over to the right side of the mat. Reach for what you can. Let's release. Arm opens nice and wide like a T. Feel the effects of the pose. Let's butterfly the legs open, knees wide, soles of the feet together. You'll take your peace fingers, your index and middle fingers, bring them onto the back of your neck. You're lightly massaging your neck from the base up to the skull. Light sensational pressure. Perhaps you can ask who you live with to do a massage trade during this quarantine. 5-minute neck massage from your Omi, and then you switch turns. No hands-on adjustments in yoga for a while. That's okay. You can still give yourself your own hands-on adjustments, any massage as needed on the back of your neck. There was a pun in there, some kneading going on. Go ahead and create a basket with your hands and pick your head up off the mat. We'll be taking a turn. Head will turn to one side, be gentle, go slow. You are holding your head up. Let the head go into your hands. Back to center, switch sides. Free-form movement, 3 rounds of breath. Get any wiggles out. Chin in towards the chest. Take a breath in. Head down to the floor, arms wide like a T. We are ready for Shavasana. Legs can extend out nice and long. You're welcome to keep the soles of your feet together. Take a breath in. We enter our meditative state. Open mouth. Enjoy the meditative state that you have found through your practice, and decide if you would like to rise and take a seat. And if you're choosing to stay in your Shavasana, you are visualizing yourself laying on the floor. Sweep your arms overhead, whether imaginary or real. Open mouth, exhale. See your knees come in towards your chest. Give yourself a tight squeeze. Fetal pose on one side of the mat. Press one palm nice and wide into the floor. Guide yourself up into a seat, Sukhasana. A pose of steadiness and ease. Lean back in your seat. Bring your hands to heart center. Big inhale. Open mouth. The light, the teacher in me, is so honored to guide the teacher and light in you. Namaste. Thank you, yogis. As always, namaste. Have a great day. And I will let my pupper out. You're welcome to join me if you would like to stay and stick around. You want to say hi, Kwan? Yeah. Hi. Sometimes you're allowed to do yoga with me, but most of the time you're not, because this is the exact reason why he sits on me. I'll be guiding you through a meditation and he'll be sitting on me. I don't mind, but I'm supposed to be removing distraction for you guys. And you know what? Sometimes your teacher is the biggest distraction. Don't we all know it? But this is living, breathing yoga, and many of us can't lock up our puppers all the time, so I do my best, don't we? We do our best. Yeah. We do our best. He could sit here all day. I mean, so can I, so here we are. Hey.